Well, now, I mean, what is this Judgment Day going to look like? Because hey, y'all already gave me the advice, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to go watch this lizard brain conspiracy documentary on YouTube. And I got to thinking, I was like, all the humans care about is money anyway. And if you're telling me the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions, well, just let the Alpha Draconians eat them. I mean, all they care about is their money anyway. Simple enough. Simple enough. And I mean, I agree. You told me the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. So enjoy your meal, lizard brains. It's not going to affect my peace and harmony none. Just what it is. I mean, I can't heal a human after an Alpha Draconians ate them. Sorry. It's just, can't deal with that. That's what it is. That's why I understand how this necromancy shit works. And them trying to take the Earth Angels' gifts. Well, I'm sorry. That doesn't fit my itinerary. A good flood fits my itinerary. So it is a couple earthquakes, maybe a volcano or two. I hear there's like a whole line of them out there somewhere, and they just don't talk about that stuff. But that's what it is. The INFJ goddess Hestia, she fought these demons with volcanoes. They say Pisces ancestors don't play, so it kind of starts adding up after a little bit. But no, I mean, when I hear you say that, they want a reaction out of me with, black cat spiritual protection, whatever. I'm not concerned with any of that. But you did give me a good tip about watching some documentaries. And they do. They have that Alpha Draconian Reptilian Lizard Brain documentary on YouTube. I don't know much about that. I know David Icke's been talking about it for quite some time. It's just what it is. I mean, you have to keep in mind, Vlad the Impaler put a lot of your heads on sticks because you didn't care about healers or Christianity or any of that shit. So, what comes around goes around. It's just what it is. But when I start doing my math on how I perceive things, and it's like, you got to think about it. It's a land grab and a power grab and shit that I just don't really care about. I mean, I would appreciate them not eating the humans, but the humans didn't appreciate the healers. So fuck it, enjoy your meal. It's just what it is. They're hating this, and I really don't care. I'm not responsible for how other people feel, or the fact that exposing me exposed all of them. So it's what it is. I mean, that's the whole point of doing the shadow work. It's just what it is. My concern is, where is this anointing? Because if what these ladies are telling everyone across the planet is that Pisces has ascended up into divine union with the light, balancing the Emperor and the Empress energy, shining the light down on all of it. And I mean, it's what it is. A conspiracy, especially around necromancy, a conspiracy in theory is they don't know how it began and they don't know how it ended. And I mean, we all know that you were born. We know that you have an increased spiritual connection as a child. And they do. They want to steal your gifts. But then they talk about Pisces, being incarnated with Anubis and things of that nature. And that's what it is. I mean, when I hear you ladies talk about these things, that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in finding these Pisces that incarnated with Anubis, that have the Ra aspect, because I mean, Amun-Ra does mean hidden God. And God using the Earth Angel to teach these people a lesson. Number one is to find the Earth Angel they couldn't sacrifice, so that I can use that Earth Angel to teach them a lesson. They'll figure it out. The math will start mathing. It's just what it is. Keep in mind, when you start playing God in people's lives, we start playing with God in your lives. It's just what it is. God's everything. So, we just kind of play with everything in your lives. Simple enough. The more I thought about that, though, I'm like, okay, so you want me to watch a documentary And the first one that popped up was the lizard brain conspiracy. And the Pleiadians will have to live in harmony on Earth with the reptilian lizard brains. And if they're eating babies and women and children, and I mean, babies are kind of children, but I mean, children are a little bigger than a baby. It's just what it is. I mean, they didn't care about the healer. They only cared about money, and the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. So, fucking far be it for me to stop natural selection. It's just what it is. I saw Woodward. They're not trying to bring back the dinosaurs. They're creating new ones. I thought that's kind of what lizard brains do. It was kind of interesting when I heard. I don't follow the herd, but I did Amber Heard something one time. There was a guest on Coast to Coast, 555. I missed it. There was a Coast to Coast guest, the Art Bell show, George Norrie, Beyond Belief type shit, and he was talking about how when they stormed Iraq, Desert Storm, those museums and things, they were looking for very, very specific items. Very, very specific items. Things that revolved around the Nephilim. And the idea was that, and it's, well, like I said, it's a story on Coast to Coast Beyond Belief, so take it for what it's worth. But what he was talking about was that was the guise of WMDs. They were looking for weapons of moose discussions, weapons of mass discussions, and they used, oh, we gonna get you. They used that fucking puppet, that oil-filled puppet, for their political games, who's probably done more blow than any of us, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. They say once you start doing that, they say that Kukrane, was it? Yeah, Kukrane, not Ukraine, but Kukrane. They say that Kukrane, once you start blasting that stuff to your dome, that you pretty much, you just lose your will to live. Anyway, so, when they take a puppet like Bush that has lost his will to live in college and put him at the front line, we gonna get you, then you end up having groups being commanded by, someone who has lost their will to live in fucking college, publicly admitted it anyway, goes off into a country to raid the museums looking for Nephilim DNA, because what, they wanted to resurrect Nimrod? What the fuck would they want to do that for? Just activate your DNA. I mean, if they can manipulate your DNA, so can I. My DNA, anyway. Because, I mean, everything's kind of possible with QHHT. That was what she told dupters. Dupters would come to Dolores Cannon with x-rays. She regrew a woman's knee. And I did. I found this very interesting because, the dupter said, this is impossible. How did you do this? She says, well, I work with the higher consciousness. I work with the Most High. Nothing's impossible. What can the Most High not do? Unless it's your karmic contract you signed up for. And I really did. I dug into that, started looking into DNA activations, started using the ancient techniques that you just have to follow your own intuition on. And now we're glowing, came into divine union. And that's the thing is, I see all these scammers taking you outside of yourself. And I do agree with that. However, the competition and the natural disasters, and then it says, God will show you who you can trust. Yes, tarot reader, they have natural disasters happening around them. That's what it is. I mean, well, you're only responsible for your own kingdom, your own domain. That's what it is. I mean, other than fucking blue rain making my pool a little more expensive. It's just what it is. Not really stressing that. However, what I am stressing is this documentary. So I'm going to go watch that on Lizard Brains. I mean, with all of that talk about the Pleiadian Greys, because I use a Pleiadian Master's Light Merkaba, or an INFJ Shield, or fucking channeled energy, whatever you want to call it. embodying the sun. It's just what it is. Anyway, I mean, embodying the moon, that's going to always have some mystery. And we want to learn. I want to go see what someone created around this lizard brain conspiracy. And I mean, if that's what all of this is about, stemming from the Order of the Dragon, then it would be a bunch of dragon heads and vampires, because that's what Dracula was. And that's basically, you got to think, that's how the Crusades worked. They stormed into your village. They went on a crusade, and then they would storm into your village, all of their soldiers, and this is this is the word of God. This is Christianity. You will take this as the gospel. That's what it is. However, the problem with the Order of the Dragon is they were so far from home. And, I mean, wintertime would come and villages would fucking have just enough food for them. And that was their basic thing was, you're going to have to take this book as your new religion. We're going to convert you. There's just no way. The King James said so. King James, it's been edited. It's been fucked with, toyed with. Anyway, we want to convert you because thou shalt not unalive. And if you don't take this book as the word of God and follow it word for word, well, then we're just going to slaughter you and eat you because we are hungry. And I mean, it goes against everything that this book talks about. So, but we're following orders. We're just a crusade of Nazis following orders. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about the past. Or getting people off of the wheel of karma we built. So, that's what it is. I mean, they all make their own choices and only they can judge themselves. But, I mean, when you start getting all of this starseed information in the mix with, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Sirians, the Orions, the Alpha Draconians, and then you get them cornered to Lizard Island. I mean, it's just what it is. If they've been taking babies to Lizard Island, I'm not saying that I agree with that, but there's a lot of people in my community, especially on social media, and we know that they've all been monitored and watched and tracked and traced, and it's what it is. I mean, they didn't care about the healer, and if they don't want to heal, and the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions, you can't save someone from a human eating lizard brain that if they don't want to heal. And they didn't want to stand up for the Archangel, so what comes around goes around. You don't stand up for the divine's not going to stand up for you. It's just what it is. Just what it is. And it's natural. It's like me running out in the middle of the Serengeti and telling that lion, please don't eat this slow gazelle. That's what it is. Pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. And I mean, I understand them not wanting their truth to come out, but fucking I didn't want my truth to come out either. So it's just what it is. It's called Amun-Ra Hidden God for a reason. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. And no, they didn't have any idea. Hell, I'm just waking up to it. And trying to take my mind away from me with magic, that is now going to be backfiring on people. So they'll be losing their minds. And I mean, I don't know what you want to do as a society with a bunch of people who've had magic backfire on them, with them losing their minds. But, if we have, lizard brain human eaters on an island, it's just what it is. Just what it is. Just think of it as a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. It's just what it is. Let's look at it like that. Come to the universe with the eyes of a child. That's what it is. But I think the moral compass on people has been turned, flipped upside down. And I don't want to disturb in my peace. And I agree with the reader. She says the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. So I mean, if we have a human-eating lizard brain conspiracy on the planet. I mean, David Icke has talked about it for years, and I chase things like that. So for me to stay peaceful, and because that's the stepping out of character that they want, I like chasing monsters. But it's just what it is. I don't go to islands very often. I think I probably should. I should probably go to islands more often. I think. I can only think of a couple islands that I've been to, but they weren't even that fucking fun. And it was, Florida shit. So that's what it is. And there's gators there too. So, I mean, you don't want to go to Florida and get eaten by a gator. But we will take your advice and we'll go watch this lizard brain conspiracy. Because, I mean, David Icke talked about that shit for a long time. But where David Icke screwed up was trying to convince people that he was the return of Jesus, when I know that Christ's consciousness is based on the Christ heart consciousness chakra. And, I mean, you know, trying to be, unless you've had a QHHT session, and you know where you came from. Just what it is. With a lot of these illusions and shit going on in the collective, it's what it is. The energy readers, though, because that you can always use the process of elimination. You take multiple readers that have no idea who each other are, and generally you pick the ones that don't do personal readings, so they can't be tempted to be bribed. Because, hey, I like to think of the Andrew Dice Clay joke when I think of a tarot reader taking a bribe to control the narrative. Is like Andrew Dice Clay was like, you know, Mother Goose? Yeah, I fucked her. She needed the money. It's just what it is, because that's basically hoeing out your gifts. It's just what it is. And I can't do anything about a bunch of gift hoes. It's just what it is. Certainly can't do anything about a bunch of baby-eating lizard brains either. And, I mean, David Icke's been telling you for years, and no one cared then. So, I mean, why would we care now with Judgment Day happening? It's just what it is. That's the problem that they have with me, is I've already learned these life lessons. I've already done the shadow work and come to terms with that shit. You know, you go to a meetup with the angels, your empathic gifts stem from you getting rid of all of your karma this lifetime. I caused everyone pain as a warrior following orders in a past life, and now I feel everyone's pain to remove the karma until I have experienced more pain than any human can possibly imagine. Ascension. Simple enough. It's just what it is. But I mean, when I hear the readers saying that Pisces is shocking people. And I don't know if Pisces is shocking people by fucking telling flesh-eating reptilian alpha draconians to enjoy their meal. But if Pisces has done something shocking that no one else has done, where is that Pisces? Shouldn't that be what we're gossiping about? Where is this Pisces that has done something no one else has done? Because when you're telling thousands of viewers that, it looks like if like-minded people came together, miracles could happen on the opposite end of like-minded people coming together for their hidden weather manipulation agenda. And I mean, I want to be wrong, but when I see a Bob or a Susie getting on stage with a Dick or a Harry, that's just to make my day situation. That's what it is. I mean, I'm all for mediumship and but I got karma from the school of Ramtha. I've had a reptilian entity removed from me. That's why I started looking into Reiki for reptilian removal. It's a simple Google search. It's not like it's not fucking there. What does that shit open you up to? Ghosts, the jinn, jinn magic, demon magic, angel magic. Yeah, that's what it is. And love always wins, so you always go with Reiki, which is universal life force energy with love's frequency of intent to help or heal. And it's what it is. I mean, but there's consent involved in that. And I mean, people have to give consent for the healing. I need to heal. But they didn't. They chose to have karma and destruction. At the same time, you have a bunch of lizard brains wanting to eat people on an island. So it does. It looks like the math is mathing. They go hand in hand. Those types of people just go hand in hand. That's what it is. And plus, predators like a good challenge. So that's what it is. Let them do their thing. She said the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. Spirit, please clarify. The pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. And I thought, well, that would be trying to save babies from fucking baby eaters. This is the pathway to hell. It's just what it is. It exposes them, and then they get all, you know, their inner demon gets all triggered because they don't want that truth coming out. It's just what it is. I mean, why have a conflict Why have a conflict with the people that you allowed to run your planet? Why have a conflict with them because they're a war-driven reptilian race of baby eaters? And it's what it is. I mean, you're the one that voted them into office. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything. That's why they lose the list. They don't want that coming out. They do UFO exposure in the White House one day, and then the next day they're doing, Hamas is, we're declaring, oh shit, they won't get off of our island fiasco. That's what it is. And then I hear you say that, when I hear those two things together, the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions, and if you can't beat them, join them. Well, I'm not going to join a lizard brain race of alpha draconians eating people. I'm not going to join them. And I know the whole, if you can't beat them, join them. Well, you certainly can't beat God. So I'm just going to go and join a divine union. I'm going to come into union with the divine white light and just let people do their thing. I mean, it's what it is. People don't want to heal. Great. Reptilians don't want to stop eating people. So it's what it is. Let them go together. It's what it is. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. It's just what it is. Anyway, so that's enough of me rambling. I'm going to go watch this documentary and take your advice that you're giving to everyone. That's just the documentary that I picked. It's just what it is. I mean, when I hear readers telling thousands of subscribers that people are sitting with their demons, all you gotta do is go to my Facebook, go to my description box, right? Scroll down my endless, conglomeration of shit I've thrown on Facebook for people to face. That's what it is. And when you get to the guy with the bottoms of his feet that's being haunted as shit, and he did a good idea. He went and bought the equipment. He's documenting his paranormal activity. A lot of people are going through that, and I do have to give Lee credit for having the cojones to fucking lay on the floor. Oh God, what is happening to me? Well, you're being tormented by demons, Lee. And if I believe in Reiki, which there's infinite amount of videos, limited by your imagination, where people are transferring energy across all time and space, cool, then you can't tell me that a creator unwittingly being tormented by demons, putting that content up for the world to come and view. When I saw the stick figure through the SLS camera, he came up to the camera, I thought, first thing that popped into my mind, what is he going to do? Transfer some demonic energy into the viewers like a Ouija board? That's what it is. That's what it is. We're at that time where, the truth is stranger than any picture I can paint for you. That's what it is. However, yes, what did we learn today? We learned that the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. So if people don't want to heal and alpha draconians don't want to stop eating people, then just let the alpha draconians eat the unhealed people. It's just what it is. You can't save everyone. You can't save everyone. What else did we learn? Oh, if you can't beat them, join them. Okay, cool. I can't beat God, so I'm going to come into union with the divine. Just concentrate on that. Concentrate on, continuing watching the divine whip the planet's ass. Because I get off on that. I do. Nothing better than watching a good natural disaster come to you on a holiday named after someone you know. And it's what it is. I mean, it follows perfectly with touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. Because, that's what that is. Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, was an INFJ Pisces. And I'm just a little bit more weird. I'm a little more cosmic than that. It's just what it is. But, no one ever asked about my QHHT sessions, and they really didn't care about Alpha Draconians eating people. So, it's what it is. I can't do anything about that now. It's too little too late. Too little too late. However, I am going to go check out this conspiracy that has, popped up in my algorithm right at the same time she was talking about it. I find that kind of funny. There's got to be a message in there somewhere. So, what did we learn? Touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm, or you'll get natural disasters. Okay, we learned that named after karmic family members on holidays. That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part in any of this. people don't want to heal, and Alpha Draconians don't want to stop eating people. So it's just what it is. They can go eat unhealed people. Plenty of bullies on my social media. You can go buy them by the dozen. It's just what it is. Rich men on islands eating people. What a shocker, huh? No wonder the FBI can't find the list.